Hi, my name is Kim, and today I'll be presenting with my colleague Gintada on our co-creative project applying and institutionalizing technology foresight for Lithuania Smart Specialization Strategy. So to start, what is Smart Specialization Strategy? So Smart Specialization Strategy is an EU-level regional and innovation policy designed for member states to leverage their regional and economic strengths for driving economic growth within Europe. So on the right-hand side, you'll see this Venn diagram, which has research and innovation, national and regional strengths, and global challenges and market needs. And the white circle that you see in the center of all of them is where smart growth through targeted investment happens. So the so-called sweet spot of smart specialization strategy. So the three key pillars of this strategy are innovation-driven growth, leveraging regional strengths, and global competitiveness. So positioning Lithuania as a key player in addressing global challenges and opportunities. What is technology foresight? Technology foresight is simply a strategic process for anticipating how future technology will develop and what trends and societal impacts may emerge as a result of that. It helps policymakers, businesses, and researchers guide long-term planning and to make informed decisions about where to allocate resources for investment, for research priorities, and strategies to adapt to future technological changes. So how are smart specialization priority areas decided in Lithuania currently? So Lithuania has three key pillars for identifying smart specialization focus areas in Lithuania. So first, an analysis of regional strengths. So Lithuania uses quantitative analysis of economic indicators to identify high growth and innovation sectors. It also uses an entrepreneurial discovery process, which is this participatory process to engage key stakeholders from industry, academia, and government, as well as civil society. And lastly, alignment with EU innovation policy. So this includes policies like Horizon Europe and EU cohesion, as well as alignment with EU goals such as digital transformation, green innovation, and sustainability. So with these three pillars, Lithuania has identified three key focus areas: biotechnology, ICT, and advanced manufacturing. And I'll also add that the current methods for identifying smart specialization focus areas have used some foresight methods. These methods have just been implemented on a more informal or ad hoc basis, making continuous and iterative use of these strategies not sustainable. So the current smart specialization planning methods do a few things really well. First, they really strongly leverage Lithuania's competitive advantages to effectively identify and focus on the existing strengths and capacity. They align quite well with EU priorities and allow Lithuania to fully leverage EU funding, such as EU structural funds. And a few things where there could be some improvement. So there's less attention to regional disparities, more focus on large enterprises. And this last part that you'll see highlighted is that these formal methods for anticipatory and forward-looking thinking are underdeveloped or only used on an ad hoc basis or not formally incorporated. So for our project, we really want to fill this gap and focus on incorporating and institutionalizing technology foresight. So I'll turn now to my colleague Gintada, who will talk about foreign best practices with a focus on lessons from Finland and Estonia.
So let's look at the Finland and Estonia, two countries that have made significant progress into integrating foresight into policymaking. However, both these countries have faced key challenges and could provide valuable lessons for Lithuania. So Finland has a strong foresight culture. It's almost 50 years, but it struggled with fragmentation in the past. Foresight exercises were conducted in silos rather than being embedded in decision making. Policies often react to gradual change instead of focusing on the big future transformations. And another key issue was that over-reliance on the external experts, so leaving ministries without internal foresight capabilities. And lastly, foresight remained expert-driven, so with limited involvement from the ministries, businesses, academia, and public. And similarly, Estonia has a flagship institution called Foresight Center, but foresight isn't embedded in the ministry's daily operations as per now. Many policymakers and analysts are unfamiliar with methods of the foresight, so making implementation quite weak. And cross-sector collaboration is also a challenge, so affecting the long-term decisions. And finally, there's a culture barrier, so policy makers need to be more open to the foresight insights, especially when working in multiple future scenarios. So these challenges highlight a common theme. Embedding foresight into policymaking requires not only technical tools, but also culture and structure changes. So the question is how we can address these issues in our own context. So let's look now on our key insights and recommendations. So apply foresight methods in the smart specialization and review strategy and development. So to make sure future-proof policy decisions, then develop foresight expertise within the government institutions. So reduce reliance on external consultants and build in-house foresight skills. Then strengthen cross-sector collaboration. So improving cooperation between ministries, government, businesses, and researchers. Expand networking with local and international partners, so connect with European and global foresight communities to exchange the knowledge and also learn from best practices. And lastly, increase awareness and political buy-in, so ensure policymakers understand and commit to foresight and scenario long-term institutional backing. So thank you so much for your attention. You can read more about our project on the KURK LT website, and also can connect us via email.